Hello folks, welcome to this video, and here I'm going to be talking about the news coming out of F1 this week that Haas and Rich Energy have finally split. Now, the statement was issued on Monday and it read as follows. Haas F1 team and Rich Energy have amicably agreed to end their partnership together in the FIA Formula 1 World Championship with immediate effect. While enjoying substantial brand recognition and significant exposure through its title partnership with Haas F1 Team 2019, a corporate restructuring process at Rich Energy will see the need for a revised global strategy. Subsequently, Haas F1 Team and Rich Energy concluded the termination of the existing partnership was the best way forward for both parties. Haas F1 Team would like to express its thanks and best wishes to the stakeholders at Rich Energy. And whilst Haas will update their livery for the Singapore Grand Prix and are expected to retain the black and gold, meaning this image is actually going to still be partially accurate, you can trace the roots to this back to even before the sponsorship began, but in particular I'd like to pay attention to the Austrian Grand Prix. Now here, where the energy drink is, well, made, and also at the Red Bull Ring, which is quite fitting given that it's owned by Red Bull, Haas didn't exactly have the best weekend. To be fair, they haven't exactly had the best season trying to get to grips with these tyres. Also, no pun intended there. However, there was a statement issued on the Rich Energy Twitter saying that they were going to split with immediate effect ahead of the British Grand Prix. And this started to transpire with a whole lot of different things. Firstly, we heard that it was going to be somebody from the kind of PR department going off on one, and that they'd been fired. And then we found out that that someone who was getting fired was the CEO, William Story. And then this is where it got interesting, because a group of stakeholders essentially took over Rich Energy from William Story. William Story claimed that, well, it was his company because he founded it, and then resigned and said, oh, I'm going to be setting up Lightning Bolt. Now, Rich Energy's had a whole spat of completely different issues to this, including, well, ripping off a logo. So it's not really surprising to say that this interesting CEO has still been doing very interesting things. However, it was over the course of this that Haas were like, well, we've got to issue an ultimatum. And this happened over the course of the summer break. They said, by Singapore, a decision has to be made. And of course, that decision has now been made this week. What we're not too sure of are the specifics. So, for example, we're not too sure whether or not the funding is still going to be going forward for the Haas F1 team. We're aware of this multi-million-dollar kind of exchange that was supposed to be spread over around 3 seasons. So we don't know whether it's been all paid off or part of it's been paid off and the other bits have been just let go. But that's something that we'll probably find out in time. All I could say right now is I hope it doesn't affect the Haas team too much. It's always really good to see an F1 team competing on a budget, especially in the way that Haas has done with taking part from Ferrari and so on. It's made them become a very strong midfield team with very little kind of startup capital. It would be a shame to see someone like that go from the grid, to be honest. But at the same time, you have to have these sponsors with integrity, and I think that applies all over the grid, including Ferrari and McLaren. All I could say right now on the matter, though, to try and draw a line under it, or at least for the time being, is that I hope that Haas are able to continue with a substantial amount of funding. Whether or not that's through another title sponsor, they might be a bit more kind of cautious. But I hope this doesn't seriously affect the finances for the team. And that's that for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button, especially if you didn't agree with me, because it really helps me out and it makes me, well, realize that there is demand for this kind of content on this channel. If you really did enjoy it and you want to see more of me, make sure to hit subscribe. If you hit the bell notification, you get notified of my daily video uploads and my streams. I've got a couple more left this week, so you'll be notified of when they're going to be happening. And, well, if you want to get a discussion going, do that in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.